Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are continuing with our series on physics paper 1 that was written in June 2025. I uploaded the solutions from number 1 up to number 10. So today we are going to cover the second part from number 11 up to number 20. So besides the YouTube, I also have a WhatsApp channel where I post maths and science quizzes. So you can benefit from that channel as well. Let us dive straight into the questions. Number 11, when builders lay bricks, they are making, the correct answer is A. They are making the lapped joints. So in brickwork, the lapped joints refer to the overlapping pattern of bricks where each brick overlaps the one below it by a certain amount, usually about half the brick length. So this is going to help in the distribution of loads, and also it aids the strength to the structure. So the correct answer is A. We can proceed to number 12. Which process only occurs in a 4-stroke engine? So the correct answer on number 12 is B, which is the ignition by spark plug. So the 4-stroke engine typically rely on spark plugs for ignition, whereas the other options like the filtration of air or fuel, they are common to various engines. And then ignition by compression is more characteristic of a diesel engine. So the correct answer is going to be B on number 12. And then number 13, an object of mass 2 kg is dropped from a height of 5 meters. What is the kinetic energy as it hits the ground? So the correct answer on number 13 is C, which is the 100 joules. So I will explain how to find the kinetic. The formula is mass times acceleration due to gravity times height. So we are given that the mass is 2 kg, and then the acceleration due to gravity, it is 10 meters per second squared, and then the height is 5 meters. So we say 2 times 10 times 5 in order to get our potential energy is 100 joules. And then number 14, the air vents allow heat exchange mainly through. So the correct answer on number 14 is C. It is the radiation and convection. So events in the atmosphere and main natural processes allow heat exchange mainly through the radiation. For example, the sunlight and also the infrared radiation. And also we have the convection, for example, air or water movement. So both radiation and convection, they play a significant role in heat transfer. So we are going to select C as our answer. And then number 15, when a substance is melting or boiling, its correct answer is C. The latent energy is going to increase. So when a substance is melting or boiling, temperature is going to remain constant, but the latent energy, it is going to increase as energy is absorbed to change the state. Solid is going to be converted to liquid, or liquid is going to be converted to gas. So the kinetic energy, it is going to relate to temperature, which doesn't change during the phase transition. Particle size is not directly relevant here. So we are going to select latent energy increases as our answer. And then number 16, the amount of heat needed per unit mass to change the state of substance at constant temperature is called So the correct answer on number 16 is C, which is the specific latent heat. So the specific latent heat is the amount of heat energy required to change the state of a unit mass of substance at a constant temperature, such as from solid to liquid. This is known as the latent heat of fusion, or liquid to gas. It is known as the latent heat of vaporization. So we are going to select C as our answer on number 16. We can now proceed to number 17. Which property distinguishes longitudinal waves from transverse waves? So the correct answer on number 17 is D, the direction of vibration of particles. So the key distinction between the longitudinal and transverse waves, it lies in the direction of particle vibration relative to the wave's direction of propagation. So the longitudinal waves, the particles, they are going to vibrate parallel to the wave direction, for example, the sound waves. And then the transverse waves, particles, they are going to vibrate perpendicular to the wave direction, for example, in the light waves and also water waves. So the refraction, amplitude, and period can apply to both wave types. And then number 18. Which diagram shows the correct path of a light ray traveling from glass to air? We are going to select C as our answer. So what happens is that when light is traveling from the glass, which is more denser, to air, which is less dense, it is going to bend away from the normal. The diagram C is the one that is correctly showing this refraction behavior. So we are going to select C as our answer on number 18, I mean. And then on number 19, the diagram shows a wave profile for sound. We are having displacement in the y-axis and then the distance in the x-axis. And then the question then says, what cannot be obtained from the graph? So the correct answer is D. We are not going to be able to obtain the period. So when you see this is a displacement versus distance graph, so you can find the amplitude and also wavelength using that graph. Then the loudness is related to the amplitude, so it can be in fade. But period D, it requires time, which is not shown here, so it cannot be obtained. We are going to select period as our answer. And then finally, on our today's session, we are going to cover number 20. When a tuning fork is struck in a vacuum, correct answer is D, it produces no sound. Let me explain. The sound waves, they require a medium like air, water, or solids in order to propagate. But in a vacuum, there is no medium, so no sound is produced or transmitted. This is why the space is going to remain silent. So we are done for our today's session. Thank you so much for following me on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. Let us meet again for our third series, where we are going to cover number 21 up to number 30.